Today's story is called Lost in the Right Place. It's about feeling lost, finding kindness, and discovering where you belong. When Lina arrived in London, she thought she was ready for everything. She was 22 with dark, shoulder length hair that she always tied in a loose bun when she was nervous. She wore a light denim jacket, black jeans, and white sneakers, like any other student, but her bright canvas backpack, painted with small yellow stars, made her easy to spot in a crowd. She had her student visa, a small apartment near the university, and a notebook full of English phrases she'd practiced for months. Still, after 1 week, the city felt too big and too fast. The buses confused her, the weather changed every hour, and people walked like the sidewalk was a race. One Saturday afternoon, she went out to explore. Rain had just stopped, and the streets shone like glass. She followed her map carefully, but after a few turns, she realized she didn't know where she was. The buildings were gray, the shop signs unfamiliar, and her stomach felt tight, the way it always did before exams. She stood at a corner, pushed a loose hair behind her ear, and whispered, "Okay, don't freak out. Just ask someone." A man selling flowers nearby looked up. He had kind eyes and earth under his nails. "You lost, love?" he asked. Lina gave a small, apologetic smile. "Yes, a little. How do I get to Oxford Street?" Her voice was soft but clear with a gentle accent. He pointed down the road. "Go straight. Then turn right after the bakery. You'll see the big red buses again." "Thank you," she said, relaxing her shoulders. "Wait," he added with a grin, handing her a small bunch of daffodils. "They make the city friendlier." Lina laughed. The sound surprised even her. She tucked the flowers into her backpack and kept walking. As he'd said, the road opened to noise and color. Red buses, shop windows, and the warm smell of bread from the bakery door. She stopped at a cafe with fogged windows and ordered a latte. Two students at the next table noticed her backpack. "Cool stars," one said. "Hey, are you at the university too?" That's how it started. One short chat that became new friends. Study group invites turned into weekend walks and late dinners in small streets she never would have found alone. A month later, Lena wrote in her notebook, "I got lost, but maybe that's how you find where you belong." Let's look at some useful words from today's story. Visa, official permission to study or live in another country. Backpack, a bag you carry on your back. Unfamiliar, something you don't recognize. Freak out, to suddenly become very nervous. Apologetic, showing you are sorry. Relax, to stop feeling tense. Fogged, covered in steam, hard to see through. Accent, the way someone pronounces words. Mid-stride, walking 1 foot still in the air. Belong, to feel accepted and comfortable in a place or group. Now let's check your understanding. Question 1. Why did Lina move to London? Pause the audio and think about your answer. Here is the answer. She moved to London to study at the university and begin a new chapter of her life. Question 2. Why did the city feel difficult for her at first? Pause and think about it. Here is the answer. The city was big and fast. The buses confused her, the weather changed often, and she didn't know many people. Question 3. What happened when Lina got lost? Pause the audio and answer out loud. Here is the answer. She asked a flower seller for help, and he kindly gave her directions and a bunch of daffodils to cheer her up. Question 4. How did she meet her new friends? Pause for a moment and think. Here is the answer. She stopped at a cafe to rest, and two students at the next table started a friendly conversation with her. Question 5. What lesson did Lina learn from her experience? Pause before listening to the answer. Here is the answer. Sometimes getting lost leads you to the right people and helps you find where you truly belong. Final reflection. Have you ever been lost in a new place or in life and discovered something good because of it? Pause the audio and reflect on your answer. Great work today. Remember, sometimes getting lost is exactly how you find where you belong, in English and in life.